Hi, everyone. If you're a fan of Judy Garland, I think you're really going to like my vlog today. I'm here today in Hollywood at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. And as you can see, this is the Judy Garland Pavilion. This is brand new as far as the plaque. She was moved here. Her body was moved from New York early in the year. I believe it was January, February. And when I heard about it, I came to see where she was laid to rest for the second time, and nothing was marked. Her grave had not been, or her tomb had not been engraved. There was no plaque. I wasn't really even sure this was the right spot, but ever since I've come back two or three times now over the last few months, and finally today I see that her tomb has been engraved and the plaque is now outside the door to this private and locked section of the mausoleum. So when you come into the park here, right off of Santa Monica, you go straight back and to the second street and make a right. And you just go down until you see this mausoleum here. And to the left of the entrance, a very short distance, you'll see Judy Garland's pavilion. It's just right around here to the corner. And like I was saying before, this is the first time it's been marked, so I wasn't really sure in the past if I really had the right section, so I didn't do a vlog on this because I didn't want to mislead anyone. So I'm happy to say that it's official, and she has her own pavilion. I don't know if this section is completely just the families. It does look like it's open to other tombs as well, but there is one entire section which you can see through these locked doors straight ahead where there are enough tombs for the entire family. I had read that Liza and Lorna and the rest of the family are planning to be interred here as well, which would be fantastic. And I guess there wasn't enough space in New York for the entire family to be together. And what's really interesting is that after visiting her tomb, I'm also going to show you a few other memorial sites within walking distance, really, of this that you might want to see. Like I say, if you're a fan, I think you will, and maybe you've already seen them, but I'm sure you won't mind seeing them again on this video. So I'm going to back up here just a little bit so you get a better idea of where this is located and what it looks like. So you can probably see in the reflection there behind me, that's where the cemetery and graves are, the ones that are in the ground. These are just the tombs and the bodies that are within the mausoleum. Now this is a fairly new section on the outside of the older mausoleum. And on the other side of these walls, you'll also find the final resting place of Victor Fleming, the director of The Wizard of Oz. And I did a short video on that recently, in case you want to go back and take a look at that. So I drove in from Palm Springs this morning, and I got up really early to try to beat the traffic. And I got here around 7, 8 o'clock. And as I said, the doors are locked. But for whatever reason, I decided to come back. I was here in Hollywood for a few hours, and so I came back around noon, and I thought I would just take another look at the pavilion. And this time the doors were open. So I don't know if someone came in and just left the door open or if they are unlocked during the day, maybe at a later time. I know the mausoleum itself isn't open until I believe it's 10 or 11 o'clock. So maybe this section is open then as well. But anyway, if you notice, the flowers have been changed. On the left-hand side, there are now red roses. And on the right-hand side, instead of flowers, someone left a photograph. So I'm really glad that I returned and I was able to go inside and get a much better view of Judy's tomb. So while I was here in Hollywood today, I visited a few other Judy Garland memorial sites not far from the cemetery. So just a few miles away on the corner of Highland and Sunset Boulevard is Hollywood High School, where she went to high school. Mickey Rooney and dozens of other famous Hollywood celebrities have gone there over the years as well, but that's a subject for another vlog. From there, I walked just a block, maybe a block and a half, up to Hollywood Boulevard, and you can practically see her star on Hollywood Boulevard from the high school. It's so close. Then I walked about a block and a half in that direction that you see there, on the other side of Highland Avenue, and I came to Grauman's Chinese, which is now Mann's Chinese, but at the time when she left her hand and footprints there, it was Grauman's Chinese. And again, it's just about a block from her old high school. She really left her mark on Hollywood, and I'm glad to see that she's back home where she belongs. So if you're a Judy Garland fan, please leave your comments in the comments section. I'd love to read them. See you next time.